Hello everyone and welcome to this video on online subject selection. So in this video we will be looking at the subject selection process for the Form 3s and how we will be actually be doing this subject selection online. So I'll be showing you everything step by step. So first of all, let me just share the screen. And you'll be going to the BATCE website. So remember, the website is ba-tc.org. So once you go to ba-tc.org, that's the school's website. And just scroll down below, scroll right down to the bottom of the page, and you will see a link that says BATCE subject selection. So go ahead and click that link, BATCE subject selection, and you will get the site called trinityeast.org/subject selection. Okay, so once you're on that site, trinityeast.org, you will notice that here is where you're going to be doing your subject selection. So right now we have some test data on, so you won't be able to actually go and select any student's name right now because we haven't opened it up for you to do your selections, but you could go ahead and you could create your accounts. Remember, when you create your account, make sure and save your username and password in a safe place. So let me show you from the start. So when you click on register, it's a simple registration process, very easy to do. And you just go ahead and you put your first name. So say, for example, your name was, say, James. And if your last name was Williams, or something like that. Okay, so I'm just making up a fictitious. And say your email was james@hotmail.com and you had your password. Right, so remember the password should be at least 8 characters long to do your password. So you put your first name, your last name. So parents, you will be doing the registration. So parents or guardians, go ahead and make sure the email that you use is an active email, because for example, if in case you're gonna send any chat messages, we will be sending back the response to your email. So make sure it's an active email, an email that you know that the password for, so you could go back into it. So you put your first name, put your last name, you put your email address, you make up a password and you confirm the password. Okay, and just click on create my account. And you will see it will come up like this. Now, when all 180 or so students are on, you won't see all the students here, but you'll be searching here for your son's name. Okay, if you have more than one son in the same level, you could also search right here for them. Now, notice how we are seeing this little connection symbol. This is to connect to the student that you want to do the subject selection for. All right, notice we don't have 2 here. That's because I intentionally connected to these students with another name already, so you won't be seeing that. So for example, this person, test 1, first name, and test 1 last name, and test 2 first name and test 2 last name. These 2 students, I can't connect to them because they were already connected to by another parent. Okay, so once so say for example, my son was test 5, right? I just type the son's name, whatever is the son's name, type it, it'll come up here. And once you see the symbol here, means that you could connect it. If you are not seeing this, then someone probably inadvertently, and we would like to hope inadvertently, connected to your son. If someone connected to it, then you can no longer connect to it and you can't make selections. All right, and you would need to report that to your form teacher immediately. Now, this year they are doing it a little differently in that if mischievously certain students go and connect to other students, and so thereby disallowing the proper student from doing their selection, then they will be penalized in some way. So please don't go and mess around, even if you try to, don't go and fool around, because it's a serious subject selection process. And if you go and connect to someone just for kicks, you would be penalized. And I think one of the methods they're looking at is that they would let everybody else select their subjects before they give you any priority. So don't go and do that, because you'll end up in some problems. So, okay, so just type the name here. You will see the name of your son right here. And you will see their ID number and all that. And you just click here to connect. And now you'll see something under actions. You could either disconnect. Say, for example, you made a mistake and you got the wrong child. Just click on the X to disconnect from it, and you'll come back out to here and just go back to look up again. Or if it was the correct person, all right, just go ahead, click the connection symbol, and click the action symbol, right? And you'll see it coming up like this. And what you're gonna do in the subject selection process, the school allows you to choose 3 column choices of subjects, and you're allowed 2 switches for any column. So you're allowed 3 columns of subjects, choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, or first choice, second choice, and third choice, and you're allowed to switch any 2 subjects within that column. So say, for example, so first thing what you do is you look for the column that has possibly most of the subjects that you want to do. So if that, in this case, you can disregard the English and maths, because you will be assigned to English and mathematics class anyhow. Look at the subjects from row 3 going down. All right, so suppose I wanted to do most of these subjects here. All right, so I just click on column 2, and you will see it come across here as choice 1. All right, and then suppose I said, okay, look, I wanted this, but I'm going to use my 2 switches that I'm allowed. All right, instead of PE, I wanted to do anything within this PE row. So notice that you could switch out any subject to any other subject within the same row. So if I don't want to do PE, I look within the same row and I could switch out any of the subjects. So suppose I didn't want to do PE, but I wanted to do POB instead. I click POB here, and POB will switch with PE, and you will now see it on the side here. You'll see POB here instead of PE. And then if I wanted to do my second switch, now you don't have to do your 2 switches. In case the column has all the subjects that you want, you could leave it as is, right? But just for demonstration purposes, suppose I didn't want to do geography, but I wanted to do IT. I could look for IT within the same line with geography right here. And I will click on this IT here, and IT will now come here. And in that case, now I have the perfect set of subjects that I wanted to do. Bio, POB, POA, and well, this is a mistake right here. I shouldn't even done that, because now I have POA twice, right? POB twice. So let me just take this out here. That don't make too much sense. Say I wanted to do bio instead, right? Same. Why am I choosing the same subject? All right, say advanced. All right, so now I have a listing of full listing of different subjects that I want to do for choice 1, and you do exactly the same thing for choice 2 or choice 3. So remember, it's first choice, second choice, and third choice. So if you don't get your first choice subjects, you may be getting some of the subjects from your second choice or even your third choice. Now, let me say, for example, column 4 had a bunch of subjects that I would like to have for my second choice. I just click on column 4, and now column 4 will be here under choice 2, and you will see it green. Green means if I make any switches, it will change this column. If I go here and highlight choice 1 again, if I made any changes here, it would change column 1. So if I want to change column 2, or choice 2, I go and I click on choice 2, and now it's green, so now I can make any switches. So say, for example, choice 2, I didn't want to make any switches here, because I said that, okay, look, I could do this bunch of subjects as my second choice, all right, and then go ahead and make a third choice. So say column 5 was my third choice. Remember, you only allowed 3 choices, right? By the way, you are allowed a lot of flexibility. A lot of schools, they don't give students that much flexibility with respect to selecting subjects. All right, so say for example, for choice 3, I didn't really want to do physics, but I wouldn't mind doing agri-science. I could click on, remember you have to look in the same line, right? So physics could be switched out with anything here that is not highlighted. Now, why are these not highlighted? Because I already switched out some of these subjects and they're not available. So that's why I can't switch to physics for any of these here. But I could switch to physics for agri-science if I wanted to, because it's orange, right? Orange means it's selectable. So I click on it here and it goes across right here. And then suppose I didn't want to do the chemistry, okay, but I would like to switch it with something within the chemistry line. So within the same row, anything that's orange, it's switchable. And say I wanted to do, I wanted to put in IT in that selection there. So I could select IT2 and put it there. All right, so now my choice 3 is agri-science, biology, Spanish, geography, IT, and AdMaths. Okay, so now this is my first choice, second choice, and third choice. If I wanted to go back and change first choice, I just click on the orange link here. Now, remember, orange means you are selecting it and it's selectable. So now that I click the orange link, this turned green, meaning that if I make any switches here, it will change my combination of subjects within this green column right here. Okay, so that's about how easy it is. So once you choose your subjects, all right, and you're pleased with it, your choice 1, choice 2, choice 3. By the way, you could move the choices. So say for example, my choice 1, I really didn't want this as choice 1 again, but I wanted to move up choice 2 as choice 1. I could click on this little arrow here and I could send choice 2 to be choice 1 now. Okay, so you see how easy that was? And suppose I wanted to bring up choice 3 to a choice 2 position, I could click this here. The green arrow, send it this way. Or if you want to send this one back this way, I could do that. So now my choice 1 is this bunch of subjects: history, Spanish, literature, IT, French, and TD. And my choice 2 now is agri-sci, bio, Spanish, geography, IT, and AdMaths. And my choice 3 is bio, AdMaths, POA, POB, social studies, and IT. Okay? So I noticed I had IT in each one of my choices because I really wanted to do it. But I chose it on different lines. Okay, so that's possible also. So once you have your perfect combination here, now you don't have to finalize it at this time. You could go ahead, you could log out. Okay, you could log out, you could sleep on it, log back in, look at it. If, for example, that you realize, hey, look, I want to make some drastic changes, you could just click any of these X's here and it will delete the column and it will send it back here and you could make over a choice. So say, for example, column 3. You slept on it, you realized, you waited a few days, you realized, look, I really don't want to do this combination here. Click on this X right here and it will send it back out. So now I could look for a third choice again. So I could come here and if I wanted to choose column 3 instead, click it and it will now come back here as third choice. And then you could go ahead and do your switches and whatever. So it's very user-friendly and it's very flexible. So it's a well done site. If you click on show here, you'll see the rules. Okay, and you click on hide, it will hide the rules. All right, the rules on the subject selection. So remember, just to reiterate, you're allowed to select 3 columns of subjects and you're allowed 2 switches within any row. All right, you could switch out any subject within the same row and you're allowed 2 of that. Okay, now after you do that, you sleep on it and you finalize your subject choices. And you're ready to finalize the subject choices, I should say. You click on this link here, finalize choices, just click it. and they will ask you again, you are about to close the selection process. Please confirm this operation. Once you click on this here, folks, you no longer can make any changes, all right? So only click that button and finalize it when you are absolutely sure. Otherwise, if you go ahead and do it, the only way to revert or to do it over is for administrator to go on and disconnect you and so forth, which, it's a lot of, it's not so easy as it is to do. So make sure and before you click this confirmation button, you are sure about the subject choices, and then go ahead and click it. And when you do that, it's set in stone and you can't make any changes. And then click on print. Now, when it's time to finalize the subject choices, you will have to click that button. And then when you click on print, you will get this list in here, and you go ahead and you print it out, and you could keep it. Okay, so you'll just get to print out your subject choices, and when you log in, you could always go back in and look at it, but you won't be able to change anything again because you would have finalized the choices. Okay, so that's the subject selection process. Now, when you go under My Student area, that's where you'll see the student that you made your choices. And if you had more than one student you did the choice for, you would see more than one student names right here. And if by chance you want to change your password online, you can go ahead and click on Change Password. If by chance you want to contact us, you type your information right here, you put in your email address, and you type the message right here and click Send Message, and the administrators of the subject selection team in school will get your message. Okay, so if by chance you want to contact us, you could do that right here. And the home is where you normally start. When you log into the site, that's where you go to search for the student's name. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed our subject selection presentation for today, and I hope that it helps you when you go and you do your subject selections. As I said, we have not uploaded the students' names as yet, but you could go ahead and create your accounts, but you won't be able to go ahead and make any selections at this time. All right, so thanks for looking at this video, and good luck with your subject selections.